There is a law that governs the rise of every titan, the creation of every empire, and the legacy of every soul who ever dared to turn nothing into something. It is not written in books of law, but etched into the fabric of human potential. It does not favor the wealthy, the privileged, or the genius. It bows only to those who decide. Decide that they are no longer waiting. Decide that they are done blaming. Decide that they will build no matter how long it takes, no matter how many bricks fall from their hands. You are the builder of your fortune, and until you accept that your life is a construction site, not a waiting room, you will remain a visitor in your own destiny. The world will hand you blueprints drenched in fear. The news will pour concrete around your ambitions, and the people who quit on their dreams will offer you tools made of doubt. But none of that matters if you pick up the hammer of belief, because belief is the first tool of the builder. Belief forged the light bulb through 1,000 failures in the hands of Edison. Belief turned a printing press in a garage into a media empire in the mind of Oprah. Belief made Henry Ford ignore the skeptics who called his vision impossible, not because he had a map, but because he had an inner compass. Belief says, I don't need to see it yet to know it's mine. Belief says the evidence will show up after the decision is made, not before. But belief without clarity is chaos in disguise. Clarity is the architect of the future. When your mind is clouded, your actions scatter. When your purpose is blurred, your power is diluted. But when you are clear, truly clear on what you want, the universe responds like iron to a magnet. Clarity is not just about goals, it is about identity. You don't just write what you want, you declare who you are. You are not trying to be successful. You are a builder. You are not hoping to win. You are constructing a victory, brick by brick. And that identity summons vision. Not just a dream, not just a fantasy. Vision is a plan with fire in its lungs. It's the kind of foresight that kept Disney sketching cartoons after being fired for a lack of imagination. It's the kind of vision that made Lincoln lose election after election, yet still see himself walking the path of destiny. It's the kind of vision that burns brighter when the lights go out, because purpose does not need light to shine. Purpose is the fire beneath the concrete. It's the reason you rise before the sun. It's the voice that whispers again when you failed for the 10th time. It's what makes ordinary people do extraordinary things. Carnegie didn't build steel empires for steel. He built them to raise the standard of living for an entire nation. That was his purpose. What is yours? Purpose without discipline, though, is just noise. Discipline is the daily hammer. It's the builder's heartbeat. It's showing up on the days when motivation has left you. It's laying one more brick when your muscles scream. It's saying no to the distractions dressed as opportunities. Every fortune is paid for in repetition. Every masterpiece is boring before it's brilliant. You don't rise to your potential. You fall to your preparation. Discipline carves the sculpture from the stone. It chiseled Jordan's greatness in empty gyms. It turned Ali into a legend long before the world saw him float. It transformed jobs into legacies and ideas into revolutions. Because discipline is not punishment, it's permission. Permission to become. But even with discipline, without action, the blueprint stays on paper. Action is the alchemy. It is where your ideas are baptized in the real world. Every hesitation delays the arrival of your fortune. Every excuse is a stolen brick. Action is messy, it is imperfect, but it is sacred. Fortunes are not built in theory, they are built in motion. You don't get to skip the dirt, the sweat, the unknown. The builder doesn't ask if the rain will come. He prepares. He doesn't complain about the wind. He anchors. Action is not about the grand gesture. It's about the small decisions made relentlessly. And when those actions compound, something magical begins to form. Gratitude. Not the kind you post, the kind you practice. The kind that honors every stone you've laid, even the broken ones. The kind that turns setbacks into teachers and pain into fuel. Gratitude makes the journey sacred. It reminds you that even though the mountain is tall, your legs were made to climb. Gratitude reframes the grind as a gift, because no builder curses the dirt beneath their masterpiece. And yet the journey will change, the plans will shift, the weather will turn, and this is where adaptability enters. the trait of every great builder who survives the storm. Adaptability is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is what made Darwin observe, it is not the strongest who survive, but those most responsive to change. Adaptability is what allowed Netflix to outlive Blockbuster. It's what helped Amazon evolve from books to a global empire. It's what kept Mandela strong through decades of confinement. When you adapt, you evolve. When you resist, you rust. The fortune you build will not look like the drawing you started with, but that is not failure, that is growth. And when change tests you to your core, you will call on something deeper, resilience. Resilience is the soul of the builder. It's what breathes when everything else has been knocked out of you. It's what stood up after Gettysburg, after Normandy, after 9/11. It's what turns scars into armor and setbacks into springboards. You will be underestimated. You will be laughed at. You will be told you are not ready, but you are not here to be accepted. You are here to build. You are here to sculpt a life that demands attention. You are here to leave fingerprints on the fabric of history. And that takes learning, eternal learning. Not academic grades, not gold medals, but humility. The kind of humility that allows you to unlearn what limits you and relearn what frees you. The builder is always a student. Carnegie read. Lincoln studied law from borrowed books. Da Vinci dissected cadavers to understand human anatomy. They didn't wait for credentials to create. They used learning as the foundation, not the finish line. Because wisdom is not in what you know, but in how you evolve. And here's the truth. There will be moments when you question everything, when you doubt your tools, your plans, even your own strength. But in those moments, remember, you are not alone. Every builder faces the echo of uncertainty. Every great one keeps going. So when the world gets loud, go quiet. Return to your why. When the world gets chaotic, go still. Return to your vision. And when the world says, you can't, whisper back, watch me. You are the builder of your fortune. And no one, no man, no woman, no law, no history book can take that power away from you. Because your fortune isn't just money, it's meaning, it's legacy. It's every morning you rose before the world told you who to be. It's every choice you made when no one was watching. It's the empire you built in silence that now speaks louder than words ever could. You are the builder, so building, brick by brick, day by day, belief by belief, until the world no longer asks what you do, because it will already know who you are.